All praises to the horizon, peace and wisdom. It's the wise servant here, Mr. Solace, who's just taking a swim. I don't have any trunk, so I have to swim in privacy. But in any event, as I'm out here now relaxing, I would like to do this video for you guys explaining what a rainbow is. Someone asked me not too long ago what I think a rainbow is. Now, the first thing I want to say is I don't think anything. As I always say, you either know a thing or you don't. And so, I want to tell you guys what a rainbow is. Now, we all know air condenses and becomes cloud. That cloud is where you get your drops of rain from. And so air becomes water. But when you get to that cloud state of that air condensing or collapsing upon itself as it's manifesting into waters, you get a rainbow. Meaning, in between air and rain, you get a rainbow. This is during that cloud state. So sometimes you may look up, you may see a rainbow. Sometimes after rain, or right before it, you may see a rainbow. You'll usually see a rainbow when it's foggy or cloudy. Now, the reason for the rainbow is, as I said, it's your in-between point before water. It's like your horizon or your arc of the covenant of life. And so before life manifests into its physical self, so there's a rainbow. And so when sperm cell gets the egg cell, this is the beginnings of, you can say, consciousness coming forward into life. Of course, sperm cells in their seeming look like cloud. But when sperm cell gets eggs, so you get a rainbow within that area of the egg. As I said, you get a rainbow you get a rainbow in that area of the egg cell. When, conception happens. This is sperm cell getting egg cell. Conscious manifesting over into the physical. And so it happens with air all around. As I always tell you guys, air is conscious. Air is your mind space. Meaning the mind is not the brain, but the mind, just like air condenses and collapses into cloud, so the mind condenses and collapses into goo, which is what the brain is. No different than semen. And so, as I said, air and conscious, they are one and the same. There's no difference. All this space around and before me is consciousness, not bound to any body. Now, once that consciousness becomes bound to a space, it will begin to collapse on itself, condense. Kind of like if you breathe into a glass bottle, it will fog up. It will begin to take shape, being as though it can't move in the bottle. And so you will begin to see it fog. This is it kind of manifesting because it's trapped. And so you have to grasp, air is that. Air is just many different states of conscious, as these different states of conscious, which are airs, air being the gases that we have all around us. As these different airs or gases come together, they make for new things. Like when an egg cell and a sperm cell comes together, it makes for a greater thing. And so when these different airs or gases come together, so you get different states of waters, from pure waters to salty waters, murky waters, muddy waters. So you have to grasp this is life manifesting itself forth. And as I said, right before you get the manifestation, so you will see the rainbow. And so right before air begins to transcend into cloud, which is something you can see right before rain, you get the rainbow. Like I said, right before physical manifestation, you get the rainbow. All life manifests from consciousness or air. And so it's a simple thing to grasp. The rainbow is like your covenant. Your covenant to the life before it manifests completely over. This is the point of no return, if that makes sense to you. Life coming forth, and so it's kind of giving a warning. This rainbow is a sign that you are about to manifest over into astral form, which is right before physical form. And so it's a very deep thing. It's the wise servant. I was out here swimming. Nice and cool, as well as burning hot. But hopefully everyone's having a lovely day. I'm fasting as of now, from online, and just everything. You know, I want to take a time to transcend over into my next stages of growth in development and consciousness. And so I'm out here manifesting thought into my physical reality. How that works? By focusing the thought on whatever is desired and chanting it into existence. But the mind must be clear. One must be in tune with the Godhead of self, meaning you have two consciousness. Of course, you have two entities coming together, sperm cell and egg cell. This is how you get a complete body. Sperm cell conscious and egg cell conscious. And so you have two minds. And so as I said, once you become known or aware of your God mind, so it starts there. You can kind of ask it anything you want to know, or tell it to make you anything you want to be. But as I said, it's a matter of awareness and being in tune with that order, which I just explained. But before this is done, meaning manifesting conscious or thought, one must rid the self or cleanse the self of all toxic thought or energies. And so it's a very deep thing I want you guys to grasp. Sometimes throughout the day, you guys may have little situations that you haven't gotten over. Scenarios in your mind. And it aggravates you. It bombards you. As I said, it bombards you, afflicting you throughout your day. Now, these things are normal, so most people do not notice it as something that is happening to them. It's just kind of the thoughts of the day. So let's say someone afflicts you years ago. It may still bother you. And so scenarios may come up in your mind. We may not be where we want to be in life. And so scenarios will come up in our mind that people are already judging us before we've heard the judgment. What that is the demons within self forcing those thoughts upon the conscious, because this is what will manifest out. And so a lot of you guys harbor the hurt and pain. It comes in and out of nowhere. Comes into your thoughts, affecting your emotional state. This is manifesting. And so if it seems like you're stuck, and you say, man, I keep reliving past torments and my life's not going forward or changing, it's a matter of that. You have to override those thoughts, knowing that all is over. There is no failure for you. And so, as those thoughts come upon you, you must separate. Those are not your thoughts, but those are afflictions or demons that have happened to you. And so they're kind of trying to stay around. Therefore, if your mind is on those things, this is what you'll manifest for yourself in your outer world. And so you want to keep the conscious pure. When you get those thoughts, rebuke them. And you know, as you develop more into the sciences, be cautious of the words that's used. Because as I said, the cords of the spine, they are pulled in that particular place of the spine. Meaning the spine, the 5 parts of it, levels of conscious. When we speak lower levels of conscious thought, you know, negative words, curse words, these are pulling the cords, you know, the spinal cords in that part of the spine. Making the metals in that part of the spine, or the elements that make the metals, blast out into the outer body or the external body, causing you afflictions, you know, sicknesses, imbalances, things like this. Also making the conscious become magnetically attracted to that area of spine, which is lower conscious. And so in that you will be bombarded by painful, hurtful thoughts, negative feeling, and everything that goes along with the lower levels of conscious and emotion. Because consciousness will transcend into emotion. They're one and the same, like air and water. And so you have to be mindful, very mindful in this life, how it works. It's a very deep thing, peace and wisdom.